Welcome back to ESPN West Palm tonight here on ESPN 106.3 and the free ESPN app. Cyrus Wittig with you, and right now it is time for our Seahawks Spotlight, where I sit down with a male and female Kaiser University athlete, and today we go to the hardwood and talk with men's basketball player Justin Tucker and women's basketball player Shykim Gillion. And we'll start with Justin, who leads KU with 15 points and 9 rebounds per game while shooting a very efficient 54% from the floor. So, Justin, you are in your first season at Kaiser after transferring in, and you know it's easier said than done than to come into a new school, new program, new environment, and have immediate success like you have done this season. What do you think has helped you have such a great debut season for the Seahawks?
Aside from my teammates just being real, like they believe in me, so, and stuff like that. So aside from actually having people that like believe in me, from like the teammates all the way to like the coaching staff and stuff like that, it's pretty much just like the grind on my end. So just wanting to be able to do better and be better and just expect like further things down the road.
Like we said, Justin, already a ton of success in your first season with the Seahawks, top 10 in the Sun Conference in both scoring and rebounding. But that doesn't mean there aren't ups and downs over the course of a game. When your shot isn't falling or you just don't feel like you have it working offensively, what do you try and do to just get back into a groove and find that rhythm?
So I'm a big energy guy. So like my energy is real contagious. So if I'm not having like a good offensive like time, I know I have to make sure that I'm still like positive. And so I find myself playing defense that much harder, trying to go set screens that much harder, just trying to make sure like my teammates know, okay, like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do right now. So I need everyone to make sure they're doing everything that they can do. So whether it's me setting a real hard screen or pretty much just being the loudest person on the court or the loudest person in the gym at all times, I just got to be a real vocal leader.
Again, here on ESPN West Palm tonight, bringing you the Seahawks Spotlight, and I'm joined by Kaiser men's basketball player Justin Tucker. Justin, you've had a great season, but you've been playing even better as of late. You've scored in double figures in 11 straight games, averaging 16 points in that span. What do you think is behind the uptick in your performance over the past couple of weeks?
Pretty much just wanting to be a force, just continue to be a force. So instead of just being, like I said, just being like a vocal leader, like I have to be more effective as well, like in all different areas. So, and just pretty much just stepping up the game, whether it's getting in the gym that much more, whether it's like watching more film on what certain things that I can do on how people are actually guarding me and stuff like that. So I just pretty much just elaborated and got like deeper into like what I can do like better.
Is there anything in particular in terms of your game on the floor that you really want to expand as we near the end of the regular season and of course have our eye on the postseason?
I've actually only taken 2 threes. So this is actually the first school that I've only taken 2 threes. So maybe like just expand and actually like grow my game with the shooting aspects of it, because I can really hit like mid-range. Anything inside the arc is pretty much a given and stuff like that. So it's just pretty much just expanding it out there. So, and it's not like I can't do it. I just pretty much know I think of it this way: if I've consistently been doing it like inside the arc and like very dominant in that aspect, why stop?
Again, shining the Seahawks spotlight on Kaiser men's basketball player Justin Tucker. Justin, what's the best stretch of basketball this team has put together? You know, whether it was a game, a half, even a 5-minute segment, is there a stretch of play where you look back on and say, you know what, guys, if we can play like that for 40 minutes, we can beat any team we play?
We played Indiana Tech, and we played Florida College, and this past game as well. It's like whenever we play like really, really high intense games, we tend to show like how good we actually are as a team. But we we have certain lapses where it's like, oh, okay, like we feel like we've done it already. So when we get over we've done it already, and we continue to like put their foot on their necks and stuff like that. We can continue. We'll find our way over like the hump and just be a great team successfully.
Wrapping things up on the Seahawks Spotlight with Justin Tucker. Justin, we talked about your game and taking it to new heights, but what about from a team perspective? What do you feel like you and the guys need to do in order to take the next step and find success as we get into the end of the regular season and, of course, nearing postseason play?
We all just pretty much just have to lock in and stay together. So, like us as a whole, I feel like we just need to stay together and just pretty much work that much harder to know that like our season is nowhere near over. We can still go to the postseason and still have a bunch of different things that we can do. So, like, and make it like very memorable. So when it comes to that, like we just have to stay together and like literally just work that much harder.
Justin, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here on ESPN West Palm tonight. Congratulations on a great season so far, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Definitely appreciate that. I appreciate you having me.
Great stuff there from Justin, who, along with his Seahawk teammates, will travel to Lakeland, Florida tonight and take on the Southeastern University Fire. So we chatted with Justin. Now let's bring on Shykim Gillion as we continue with our Seahawk Spotlight. And Shykim does a lot of everything for Seahawks women's basketball. She averages 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals per game. Now, Shykim, this is your third year playing for Kaiser, and your scoring has gone up every season. You averaged 6 as a sophomore. You averaged 9.5 per game as a junior. This year, you're averaging almost 12 points per game. On the offensive side of the ball, how do you feel like you've improved your game the most over the past couple of years?
Just getting in the gym and just listening to what my coach needs from me and just getting better.
So looking back, Shykim, if you were to play the sophomore version of yourself in one-on-one, what do you think the score would be?
It'll be a close game because, like, my sophomore version is, like, more on the defensive side. And I'm doing both offense and defense like this year.
Shykim, you've had a ton of success over the course of your career, but that doesn't mean there aren't ups and downs over the course of a season and even within the game. When things aren't going your way, what do you do to help get your confidence back?
Well, when I be thinking, I be like, Coach, like, take me out. I just need a reset. Just, like, watch my team play. And I like to see my team, like, going, like, getting off and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready to, get back in and contribute to the team.
Shykim, at this point of the season where you've already played 25 games, are practices a lot different than they were a couple weeks and a couple months ago?
Well, back then I felt like we wasn't, like, really pushing ourselves and each other. But, like, now I feel like, and, like, we're getting a groove and, like, we're pushing each other more. And, like, people are actually, like, listening to each other so everybody can, like, do what they need to do.
Wrapping things up here on our Seahawks Spotlight with women's basketball player Shykim Gillion. Shykim, what's the best stretch of basketball this team has put together this year? Whether it was one game, one half, or even a 5-minute segment of a game, is there a stretch of play where you can look back and say, if we can play that way for 40 minutes and replicate that, we can beat any team we come up against?
It's really tough because, like, we be, like, some quarters our quarter, and, like, then it's, like, this is, like, we be thinking, oh, this is our quarter, but it's not. But if we put our first 2 quarters and, like, finish that as our fourth, then, like, we're really good.
The last time we talked, Shykim, you told me that putting on your headband was kind of like flipping the switch for you. When the headband goes on, it's game time. My follow-up to that question is, how do you choose your headband? Is it one that you just wash and wear every game, or do you have a few different ones, and it just kind of depends on your mood?
Well, it's the same one, same white headband. It's like, because it goes with both colors of our home in a way, so it's the same one.
Shykim, thank you again so much for taking the time to talk to us on ESPN West Palm tonight. Congratulations again on a great season so far. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.